Today, a treat especial, a rare beast in the UK, a Tweed Princeton. Let's take a wee look around us, shall we? So, unfortunately, it looks like a cat got to this one, and the Tweed she's in a pretty rough state. But, I say, these are unicorns in the UK. This was bought in the States and brought over. A year on this one, I need to have a look at the dates. I believe 53, 54 maybe. I know that this speaker grill covering was for later Tweeds, and it's kind of a transition in the middle from what people have told me on the Rustic Kegger group, which is part of the Truth About Vintage Amps group on Facebook. Great group, all complete nerds like us. They really know their Fender Tweeds, but still not something I ever thought would come across my bench, and it is still a great honour to work on an amp like this. Quite intimidating, even though one of the simplest circuits to look after. Now, I'll be honest here, we are after the job because of, well, things happening over the weekend and things, but I wanted to get this done. So we can still see some of the original shellac over the Tweed here. This panel has been replaced and recovered. I'll take this off and show you the inside again. I will put a picture of what this baby looked like on the inside previously. It's shocking. So obviously back in the day they didn't make export versions of these, so they are 110 volts only, and coming over to the UK some modifications were made back when people really didn't give a crap about vintage amps quite so much as we do now, but still it's a horror story. So I'm going to get the back panel off this and just give you a walk around. But to be honest, the chassis is in pretty good, well, I'd say fantastic condition. Not mint, you're getting some paint peeling off of the numbers, but it's all there. It's all there. Very, very nice. She is still a beauty. She's got character. All right, she's not mint, but what the hey? You wait till you hear her. Yeah, still beautiful. Let's just take a look on the bottom. Do you know what? Pretty darn good. Just put some light over here. Pretty darn good condition on the bottom of her. Really surprising. It's a shame about them cats. I bet the owner was livid. Anyway, right, let's open her up and take a look. So here we are on the scene of a crime. You've got, this is how it was pretty much when I opened up the back. Up here you can see that these wires are bare. Well, this one was bare. These ones had just insulating tape wrapped around them, old insulating tape, and I think this one had fallen off, which has exposed the 300 plus volts DC sitting on there going to the output transformer. So one crime there. The other one is what the work had been done previously. So we can see this cap, this resistor, these 4 purple resistors changed, these coupling caps here, this bypass cap. That's one thing, but this is the shockingly hideous bit here. We've got a grey cable coming off the coming up to the plates here, and this blue cable running out, and these 2 absolutely disgraceful, what we call UK earth cables, green and yellow mess, just loads of it, really untidy. This grounding point here you could move, the soldering was horrendous on it, and just these joints are disgusting. See this little bit of tape here which gets discussed later. Where's the next one? So here, so the output transformer's moved up here to facilitate or accommodate this Celestion 815. Yeah, so here's the original fender wire coming off the transformers here, the black and the red, and then obviously the beige, which is the ground for the casing of the output transformer. Look at these exposed wires right next to the chassis of the basket of the speaker. Thankfully this is non-conductive. I did test it with my meter, and it's non-conducting, but I did end up resoldering this so it's cleaner and running heat shrink all the way up into where the windings leave the transformer, just to shield those off, and then resolder those back on after doing that. What else can we see back on that side? So this is after me cleaning up. Here we can see you've got heat shrinking up on here. So this, yes, is a dark blue black, darkest blue I could get, and so basically so it joins here and it's heat shrinked. So yeah, those are the extensions there. Yeah, and here's a quick after picture which we'll get into in the film again, but yeah, you can see I've tidied this up. I tried to unfortunately maybe should have shortened those cables a little bit, but they're twisted as well. So I think overall a much better job in the end, and these are the two resistors that should have been changed but weren't. But yeah, we'll go over that. Okay. Right, here we are deep into the Princeton. So I'm trying to sympathetically rewire this. This all had ridiculous colours, all different colours. Look, I know it's earth and official, but we can change that to make something a little less hideous. So we've got the cream wire coming off here. I've got this wire, it's a bit more similar. We'll extend that. So what they're doing, they're moving the power transformer, so the output transformer to the back here, to clear for the speaker. Also not getting any bias voltage, but look at the state of these. He's changed all of this stuff. Why? It's usually fine, but not these, where they really need to be changed. It's a shame, but we'll get there. Okay, here we are, all done. You can see I've used red and blue as per the original diagrams. Got her on the bench. She is now got bias voltage. I had to replace the two resistors there, the 470 and the 20k, 470 and the 20k. Excuse littlies, it's a nice sunny day, everyone's outside. So on the plate I've got 330 volts and the bias is at 34. The max safe dissipation is about 42 milliamps, I believe, in cathode biased. She is good to go. So yeah, these two old boys, all burnt up, crusty. That was an issue, no output. But yeah, I've got red and the blue cables coming from the output transformer. Much better, much happy, everything's good. Got an original Brimar in there, lovely stuff. Everything's good, job done. So on the replacement panel, these would have had an asbestos sheet here. This, like I say, is a new panel. I think it was stripped. The wood underneath looked fairly original, but the tweed is replacement. And I have put in some conductive copper tape just to try and shield this off a bit more and make it a bit, reduce the noise a bit. So, like I say, this is after the fact. So what's happened here? It's still got the original two-prong cable in there. Let's get you some light so you can see. So yeah, they kept the original cable. And they've installed a little step-down transformer here. So the original power cord's plugged in here. We've got this UK cord that then splits out here. You've got the two going into here. It's 220 in, gives you 110 out. I've used this grey cable as an earth coming through where the transformer, the output transformer with them, and joining at this point here where all the earths come to. The brown cable is the earth from the output transformer, or the ground, sorry. This on the label says it was a 5C2, Now 5C2 would have a 6CA7 octal preamp tube here. This looks factory, well it is, it's a factory 12AX7, so it would have been a 5D7 circuit with the 12AX7. So again, transitional, so it's still using the old sticker but using a 12AX7. I'm going to dirty up these cables a bit more, stop making them a little bit less new. Like I say, I think you'll see a bit, this video is going to be a bit of a jumping backwards and forwards, but I use this sort of modelling clay wash for weathering. I will weather these cables up just to make them look a little bit more subtle. I'll show you I'll put a picture up of how the wiring was internally before. It was horrid. There was all the UK earth cable or ground cable. You guys call them earth, and in America we call it ground, we call it earth. It was the green and yellow going to and from the output transformer. It was just like they didn't give a crap about it. But I think when it was done, perhaps there was a little less reverence for these amplifiers. There's still some original stuff in here. You can see some of the old Astrons still in there. Death cap, don't worry, that's been disconnected. Where was I? Yes, so but the pots are original, they all work fine, they're not scratchy. I do give them a clean and a service. All the valve bases are cleaned, and the sockets. Once this has been done, really, what can you do? It's a shame. On here, Lupe's signature, when you really get down to it. It's such a shame that it's been butchered. It really is. And there's a sodding great wasp just flown into my workshop. What a beautiful amp this is. Right, so I've got the dials. I've got it about 6 o'clock on the tone, and we're at on the 7 on the dial, so just over halfway on the master volume. Great. It just sings. You got to love a single-ended Class A. 3/4 up. I think the sweet spot is just over half on its own. It's just.